TDI.
One out there, road over.
TDI.
At approximately 11:20 p.m. on January 20th, 2026, Pulaski County deputies reported they were pursuing a suspect vehicle northbound on Highway 365 toward the North Little Rock city limits. The vehicle was identified as a white Mercury Grand Marquis. Sergeant Monroe quickly located the car and assumed the primary role in the pursuit.
Taking over speed, 50 miles an hour, no traffic.
TBI. Get a stack right here.
ASP, we taking over speeds are 50 miles an hour, no traffic. Yeah, we don't want to shut him down, call in.
After a pit maneuver, the driver suffered minor injuries and was trapped inside the vehicle. Once rescued, officers found a small Ziploc bag containing a white crystalline substance on him, which he later admitted was methamphetamine. He was charged with felony fleeing in a vehicle, possession of a controlled substance, methamphetamine, driving while license revoked. At approximately 3:15 p.m. on August 15th, 2025, Florida Highway Patrol troopers attempted to stop a black Buick in Polk County for a traffic violation. Instead of pulling over, the driver fled, triggering a high-speed pursuit.
He's back the other way, westbound. It's going to be eastbound Parker. Speed 60 miles an hour. Yeah, we're eastbound Parker, 60 miles per hour. Traffic conditions. No traffic, still eastbound. Speed 80 miles an hour. Turn around to Gary. We're going to be going eastbound on Gary, coming up at Interlochen Parkway. Speed 80 miles an hour, white traffic. Then we're eastbound on Gary, coming up to Interlochen Parkway. Coming up to Memorial. Slowing down. Then we're coming up to Memorial, slowing down. Gary. eastbound 92, eastbound 92, 65 over. Eastbound 92, 65 over. Quick traffic out there. 69, what about the traffic condition? Light traffic.
During the pursuit, the suspect drove recklessly at high speeds, ignoring the danger posed to others on the road. Seeing the growing risk to the public, troopers decided to attempt a PIT maneuver to end the chase. However, each time officers moved in to position their patrol car, the driver accelerated and swerved away, preventing the maneuver from succeeding. After a successful pit maneuver stopped the vehicle, the driver jumped out and attempted to flee on foot. Officers deployed a taser and took him into custody. The suspect was identified as 30-year-old Brian Shoemaker. A search revealed a small bag of methamphetamine on him. A passenger in the vehicle was briefly detained, but later released after it was determined they were not involved in any criminal activity. At approximately 4:24 p.m. on March 15, 2026, Troop A Communications notified troopers that the Little Rock Police Department was pursuing a blue Ford F-150 driven by a wanted felony suspect. Trooper Bird positioned himself along Interstate 30 near mile marker 117 and quickly joined the pursuit.
If you didn't remember, guys, you will call out to take down the Jeep. Let's have you set up.
Westbound is shut down.
Crossfire, guys! Crossfire! It's in park. In park.
Valtierra was charged with theft of property, $5,000 to $25,000, 2 counts, first-degree criminal mischief, felony fleeing in a manner creating a substantial danger of death, and reckless driving. At approximately 10:55 p.m. on March 22, 2026, Trooper Reether was parked on the roadside conducting traffic enforcement when he observed a black Tesla Model 3 traveling across Midland Bridge at a speed well above the posted limit. After confirming the speed with radar, the trooper activated his emergency lights and siren in an attempt to initiate a traffic stop. Instead of pulling over, the driver accelerated and continued fleeing at a high rate of speed.
.22 Fort Smith on 1037. Arkansas, boy out of Sam, 70 Mary. It's a black Tesla. We're in Van Buren, trying to get back to the Midland Bridge, looks like. Yeah, we're going south on Midland, headed back towards Fort Smith. South on 59. TVI. Show me your hands! Get out of the car! Put your hands up before I fucking shoot you!
Following the pit maneuver, the driver, Devin Alston, and passenger, Wilfredo Seda, were taken into custody without
We're on
incident.
South 3rd.
A search of the vehicle revealed an open
Just south
container
of
of alcohol,
59.
marijuana, and a Glock Model 23.
Both you leave your hands up.
Seda claimed he had a medical marijuana card, and officers found an Oklahoma-issued card in his wallet, though the marijuana was
I got a
improperly
passenger
labeled
driver.
and unsealed. Alston showed signs of impairment and was transported for testing. His blood
Turn the car
alcohol
off.
level was later confirmed at 0.14.
Turn it off.
At approximately 10:48 p.m. on March 22, 2026, Trooper Moore was notified of a pursuit involving a Kia Soul reported stolen out of Johnson County, traveling westbound on I-40 at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour. As the pursuit passed his location, Moore accelerated to over 130 miles per hour in order to catch up and join the chase.
Vehicle can be 1053, 1053, coming out of the county as of today.
It's headed westbound on I-40. It's going to be the stolen vehicle out of Johnson County.
I got them behind me. They're coming around now. Yeah, for a sec, coming behind you. Careful, Patrick, 55 westbound.
TDI.
Once in the lead position, Trooper Moore executed a precise pit maneuver at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour, bringing the pursuit to an end. The driver then complied and was taken into custody without further incident. A search of the Kia Soul revealed a nitrous oxide tank, which was seized as evidence.
Get out of the car! Get out! Get out! Go off the car!
At approximately 9:58 p.m. on February 3rd, 2026, Sergeant Merrill heard a Bay police officer radio that a vehicle was failing to yield to emergency lights on Highway 463. Nearby, he quickly located the slow-moving pursuit involving one Bay unit and 3 Craighead County deputies traveling north on East Nettleton Avenue in Jonesboro. After following for about half a mile and observing units briefly deactivate their emergency equipment, Sergeant Merrill moved into the lead position and assumed primary control of the pursuit.
TVI. Miss Ian! Hands down! Let's see your hands now! You can get one over here. All right. Open the door! Open the door! All right. Hey, can you guys come around to the side? Break that window if you have to.
You got legal?
Yeah. Hey, she might have a taser in her hand. I'm not sure what that is. Yeah. Yeah, that's a taser.
Anything you have in your hands and
Drop that now. Drop it now. Drop it now. Drop the taser now. Ma'am, you're going to get tased and drug out of that car if you do not drop that taser. Drop the taser now. I'm going Leslie. Maintain this. Drop it now. You're going to get tased. Drop the taser. Drop the taser now.
Drop the taser!
Now. Drop it. Put the taser down. Now. Put the taser down. Now.
I can see her with her hand over here.
Flashlight.
You're on the taser.
Hey, can we get you three in the back over here? Ma'am, put the taser down. Put the taser down. Put the taser down now. You're gonna get hurt if you don't drop the taser.
Put the taser down, ma'am.
Get one over here. Yeah, I got a shoe. Put that taser down now.
Do your job. Get your hands off of me.
Let go of the taser.
Let go of the taser.
Let go of the taser now. Let go of the taser. Got her. Get out.
All right.
After a pit maneuver brought the vehicle to a stop, the driver remained inside, locked the doors, and was heard speaking with a Jonesboro dispatcher on her phone. Sergeant Merrill observed a light blue taser in the suspect's hand, and despite repeated commands to drop it, she refused to comply. Officers forced entry, pulled her from the vehicle, and during the struggle, she discharged the taser multiple times toward them. The device was ultimately secured, and the suspect was taken into custody without further incident. Around 10 a.m. on June 11th, 2023, Arkansas State Police Trooper Tanner Hess was on duty when he received information that Cross County authorities were searching for a red 2003 Chevrolet pickup reported stolen from Harold's Corner. Trooper Hess headed north on U.S. Highway 1 to look for the vehicle. While traveling north on Cross County Road 652, he passed a red pickup matching the description traveling south on Highway 1. Hess turned around, caught up to the truck, and observed that the license plate matched the reported stolen vehicle. He activated his blue lights and siren, and the pursuit began.
Alright,
I lit it up. Looks like there's 2 other individuals in here, occupied maybe 3 times. You can show us 1037. Since there's other individuals, if I can get some spikes, that'd be great. D17 County, I'm in pursuit with that truck southbound coming into St. Francis County on Highway 1.
Direct D17.
Can you try to get a supervisor? If it's a murder suspect, I can hit them, but I don't know if there's a kid in this truck. If they can give me some advice, that'd be great.
10-4.
98 miles an hour, we're coming into Colt. 98 miles an hour.
10-4.
Traffic's light. About to come through at 306. I've got a green light here. Coming by Hobbs, 94, 95 miles an hour.
No.
Looks like he just threw something out the window, the passenger did. Or so did you make contact with the supervisor?
10-4, I got D5.
17, try to throw you can throw a marker out there.
I'm already past it, 5. I don't know if there's a kid in this truck. We're about 97 miles an hour, but it's a murder suspect. I can hit him. What do you advise?
Kid in the vehicle, negative. Let's get some more units over there and try to set up stop sticks somewhere. 25 or 26 and 20 headed towards the interstate. Go to Washington 19 as well.
100 miles an hour, just come over Jack Taylor Hill. Like I said, I think there's 3 occupants in this truck.
Okay, you're positive there's a kid in there, correct?
No, sir, I am not positive. 4C, we may need to check with Cross County. I thought I heard something about a female and a kid getting in the truck with him, but I don't know.
D17, Cross County just confirmed there is a juvenile in the vehicle, not sure what age.
10-4, 5, we're about to come into Caldwell, 95 miles an hour, light traffic.
10-4, Cross County been notified when, see if they got the stop stick.
I'll contact St. Francis.
Hey, can you give me some spikes? I'm in pursuit coming through Caldwell with a murder suspect. I'm coming to Forest City.
He's coming through Caldwell with a murder suspect.
If somebody can just give me some spikes, there's a kid in this truck, so I don't want to pit him.
We don't.
All right, 17 to Joe.
My camera's rolling.
Ask for spikes.
295, just come by the fire department, Caldwell. Light traffic, 98 miles an hour. About to take the curve. About to come by the north end of the bypass.
Within minutes, the fleeing truck accelerated to speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour, repeatedly crossing into oncoming lanes. Given the circumstances, officers had clear justification to use a pit maneuver to bring the pursuit to an end.
All right, just come by the bypass. Looks like 13's joining us. 13, I'll let you call it when you get up here.
All right, just come by the bypass. Looks like 13's joining us. 13, I'll let you call it when you get up here.
Okay, did y'all keep on heading to Forest City?
Yeah, 10-4, coming by Colvin's. He just turned his flashers on. We're coming by Colvin's now the Lutheran Church.
Okay, Forest City notified the PD and see if they can block some intersections.
10-4.
97 miles an hour by the Connect Point Church. Light traffic. Alright, looks like he's going, he went the wrong way there for a minute. He's going the wrong way. Alright, looks like he's going to get back in his lane now. Now we're on the turning lane. 5, we may go up. Never mind, he's staying south.
Passing through Holiday Drive. We're going to do Holiday Drive now. Speed at 85 miles an hour.
Shortly after, the suspect created an extremely dangerous situation by making a sudden right turn directly in front of a semi-truck. Trooper Hess briefly lost ground, but quickly caught back up and resumed the primary position in the pursuit.
All right, all 4 officers, I'll be at a 260. Okay, let's set up some stop stations.
Buzzing 650, correction, 501. Don't pursue.
13, I'm back with you. Either 100 miles an hour or still eastbound. It's 242. Take 242 there. This is 242 we did take.
I've got my rifle on the dash. I just don't want to get too close to him. I'm seeing some moving around in there.
G13 First City, we're passing the 245 now.
Officers were later advised that the fleeing driver was an escaped inmate and that children were believed to be inside the vehicle. Because of that information, a pit maneuver was no longer the preferred option. Instead, officers prioritized the use of spike strips and tactical containment in an effort to force the vehicle to stop while reducing the risk to those inside.
Okay, if y'all at parking, make sure you turn off your blue lights so he won't be able to notice when we try to take the exit. Brakes doesn't take traffic. We're just at about 90 miles an hour. He's on his shoulder now. He's on his shoulder. Make sure you notify Creighton County, West Memphis. We need to get him stopped before he try to get to Memphis. Notify Cross County to try to shadow on 64.
10-4.
Shadow on 64. Take 256 exit.
10-4.
26 is at the parking overpass. Bye. 10-4. We're passing at 247 now. Still in 87 pounds. Speed at 95 miles an hour. passing traffic. You're about to do 48.
Plus for navigated.
Back on the shoulder here with 249. Alright, back into the lane of traffic in the inside lane. Speed is about 100 miles an hour. Can you see a juvenile in there? Hey, we're pretty close. Can't see it. It's pretty dark too. Back on the shoulder.
As traffic volume increased, the suspect did not slow down, continuing to drive recklessly at speeds over 100 miles per hour and using the shoulder to pass large semi-trucks. During this time, assisting officers positioned spike strips and waited for the suspect to pass.
You located now, 13. Here's the 250. 250 in the outside lane of traffic, speed about 110. It's pretty light coming through here. We got to try to get him spiked, and then we got to get him boxed in. If we can't get him spiked, we got to get him stopped. More City, are you certain that Crichton County and West Memphis can be heading this way and try to set up somewhere?
I contacted both of them. Again.
Situation, and we're going to try to get them stopped before they try to go to Memphis. And it's a juvenile there. Coming up to the 253 now, 100 miles an hour. Light traffic still. Okay, get 26 down the description of the vehicle and what lane he's in. Yeah, well, we're in the inside lane right now. It's going to be older model red. 23 Chevy pickup. Close to the 256, we'll start backing off and giving some room. I'm getting spot here at the 260. Now. 30 miles an hour in the outside lane. Pushing back over to the inside lane, going into some traffic. Speed at 95 miles an hour. Going on the shoulder. At the 255.
All right, very thick traffic. He's on the shoulder, about the 255. Come on, car. All right, he's coming up on the 256 exit, 26. I'll let you know.
Shortly after, Trooper Bird successfully deployed spike strips, deflating at least one of the suspect's tires. Even then, the suspect continued fleeing at high speed.
Left lane, I'm backing off. Left lane, fast lane. Fast lane, that's it. Good spike. Left lane, I'm backing off. Left lane, fast lane. Fast lane, that's it. Good spike.
hour. Even now. 215 miles an hour. We're about to
Five, it looks like both left tires are going down.
Okay, is he still going?
Yes, sir. Passing on the shoulder, 258, about 90, almost 90 miles an hour. All right, it's starting to smoke. 13, I'm going to back off just a little bit so I don't get hit with it. All right, yeah, they're exploding now.
Around the 259, 258. Tires coming out. Okay, what is y'all speed right now? 65 miles an hour. She's like 55? 55. One out, they're rolled over since the 16.
Near mile marker 259, the suspect lost control, left the south shoulder, and the vehicle rolled over. The driver, later identified as 23-year-old Tristan McClanahan, climbed out and ran into a nearby field, but was quickly arrested. Elizabeth Cross, 28, said she remained in the front passenger seat after the rollover, while Patricia Poindexter, 23, was believed to have been ejected. Earlier reports that children were inside the vehicle were later confirmed to be incorrect. A search of the vehicle recovered suspected methamphetamine, syringes, a suspected narcotic pill, additional drug paraphernalia, wallets, a USB drive, and a Tennessee driver's license belonging to Kari Kamos Moore. Wallets believed to belong to Cross and Poindexter contained multiple cards issued to different individuals. Both female passengers were airlifted to a hospital with serious injuries. Around 8:43 p.m. on December 26, 2025, Arkansas State Police became involved in a dangerous pursuit on westbound Interstate 40 near mile marker 281 in West Memphis. The incident began after troopers were alerted that another agency was chasing a vehicle approaching the Arkansas state line. Shortly afterward, Trooper Tice spotted a Toyota SUV traveling faster than surrounding traffic on I-40 and confirmed the speeding violation by radar. When emergency lights and siren were activated, the driver refused to stop and continued fleeing westbound. A few minutes later, the vehicle briefly came to a stop. Trooper Tice exited his patrol car and ordered the driver to step out, but the driver refused. It appeared he was waiting for an opportunity to create distance once the trooper was outside the vehicle. Moments later, the driver accelerated and fled again.
Speed is going to be 87 for west panel 270. Westbound towards Hot Springs.
Be in the left lane. Let's go. Speed for 95. He's going to be in the wrong way right now. Speed 101. He's got that medium. He's going to be in the wrong lane again. Coming back over. Speed still now. 3 minutes. Going to be in the wrong lane again. 30 seconds to get him out here. Spot Smith.
Which way you're going?
I'll call it. Speed's going to be 87 or that's balance at 70.
East or west?
Westbound towards Hot Springs. He's going to be in the left lane. Past the Sunoco. Speeds are 95. He's going to be in the wrong way right now. Speeds 101. He's in the median.
He's
going to be in the wrong lane again. He's coming back over. Speed's still 90. He's going to be in the wrong lane again. 37, you get him right here. Box him in. Box him in. TDI.
You get him out here. Box him in. Box him in.
After about 7 minutes, Trooper Smith executed a successful pit maneuver, disabling the suspect vehicle. The driver immediately fled on foot and jumped from a bridge. A search followed, and the suspect was later located and taken into custody without further incident. On March 3, 2022, at around 8:02 p.m., Trooper First Class D. Thomas was conducting traffic enforcement on I-85 northbound near mile marker 92 when he observed a silver Porsche Cayman speeding and making improper lane changes. Trooper Thomas attempted a traffic stop, but the driver refused to comply, accelerated, and continued driving recklessly, prompting a high-speed pursuit.
66, X-ray Queen Tom 166 to Georgia. He's going to be a 1080. Going northbound, coming up to exit 96. He's an HOV.
While driving on the shoulder, the suspect lost control and crashed into a tow truck that was loading a disabled white pickup. The impact wedged the Porsche under the pickup. Trooper Thomas approached and noticed the driver appeared lethargic. The tow truck operator reported that the driver of the disabled pickup had been hit during the crash and thrown over the median wall onto Dawson Boulevard.
Don't fucking move!
Hit somebody and it's just him?
Oh shit! You stupid motherfucker! Don't you goddamn move! I think 558, Marietta. Go ahead and start skirt. He struck a truck. What is it? Are you okay? What? Get out! Get out! I don't care if you fall. Get out! Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Give me your hands. Give me your hands.
At about 3:05 p.m. on November 21st, 2025, Trooper Jason Weston encountered a motorcycle on a rural roadway in Garland County. When he ordered the rider to stop, the motorcyclist ignored the commands and continued forward, prompting Trooper Weston to initiate a pursuit. After a brief pursuit, the rider lost control and tipped the bike at a slow speed. He immediately fled on foot, but eventually turned back, surrendered, and was taken into custody without further incident.
Do it now!
At about 5:20 p.m. on December 21st, 2024, Officer Brody Telfer was staged on I-35 South in Belton after the Texas Department of Public Safety relayed a report from Temple Police about a reckless pickup driver. Telfer soon spotted the vehicle matching the description and attempted a stop, but the driver sped off, immediately sparking a pursuit.
For this black one with the 296, they got Victor 60.
Open traffic on me.
The chase exited onto Interstate 14 toward Killeen, with the driver heading into the parking lot of the Killeen Mall, where tragedy was about to unfold.
We're turning north on the WSM, north on WSM. We're looping back around here on the south side.
The situation took a shocking turn when the driver did the unthinkable, crashing straight into a JCPenney store. The sudden impact left shoppers with no time to react, and several people were struck by the suspect's vehicle.
Reloading! Shots fired! Shots fired! Here, I'm gonna break this way. All right, all right.
After police gunfire, the truck became lodged against an office wall near another entrance of the JCPenney store. Despite being stuck, the engine kept revving, and the spinning tires created thick smoke as they scraped the pavement. With the heavy smoke, officers could no longer see the suspect clearly inside the vehicle.
I can have cover if you guys get hands. All right. I hope your hands. Is it locked up?
Around 8 a.m. on March 1st, 2025, Trooper Bird observed a speeding vehicle and attempted a traffic stop. The driver initially pulled over, but suddenly took off as Trooper Bird approached. Reacting quickly, Trooper Bird returned to his vehicle and initiated a pursuit.
1037, we're taking run barrel. Westbound body pair with a black male with a tan hoodie. We were turning south on Shackelford. Come on, car. Speed's 80, light traffic, still southbound on Shackelford. 28 Arkansas Avenue on Charles, 134. Still southbound on Shackelford. I'm fixing the TBI. It's Shackelford and Ethan Allen. TBI. Continuing southbound on Shackelford. Heading toward Orange right now. Shackelford, he's trying to duck into a neighborhood back here. Stop. Another failed TDI. He tried to stop and brake check me multiple times.
As the suspect began to slow down, Trooper Bird executed 3 pit maneuvers, successfully stopping the vehicle on the 3rd attempt. The driver jumped out and attempted to flee on foot, but was quickly subdued with a taser. A check revealed that his license was suspended, and a small bag containing a white powdery substance was found inside the vehicle. The driver now faces multiple charges, including felony fleeing, fleeing on foot, possession of a controlled substance, reckless driving, no seatbelt, no insurance, driving on a suspended license, speeding more than 15 over, failure to obey a stop sign, and driving left of center. On February 28, 2025, around 9:38 p.m., Trooper Kennedy was traveling west on Interstate 30 near mile marker 124 when he noticed a silver GMC Terrain following behind him and slowing down to avoid passing. When the vehicle eventually passed, it accelerated, and Trooper Kennedy saw the temporary tag was unsecured and unreadable. He attempted a traffic stop, but the driver pretended to pull over before merging back into traffic and fleeing. Just minutes into the pursuit, Trooper Kennedy successfully executed a TVI on the North Interstate 30 service road near Marketplace Road. The suspect's vehicle veered into a ditch and overturned onto the driver's side before coming to rest between the interstate and the service road.
Hey, stay right there. Don't touch yourself, okay?
The driver, identified as Abubakar Haruna, was found unconscious with heavy facial bleeding after the crash. A small child climbed out of the vehicle through a window. Trooper Kennedy carried the child to safety and found no visible injuries. Haruna later regained consciousness and showed signs of intoxication. She was not wearing a seatbelt and likely struck the steering wheel or windshield during impact. An upside-down car seat was found on the back floorboard, suggesting the child had not been properly restrained before the crash. At approximately 3:50 a.m. on January 28, 2026, deputies with the Marion County Sheriff's Office and officers from the Ocala Police Department located a suspect vehicle linked to 3 prior armed robberies traveling on Northwest 8th Street toward Northwest Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue. When law enforcement attempted to stop the vehicle, the suspect, identified as Scarlett, fled, initiating a pursuit.
9th Ave to 6th Street. You lost the wheel, single forward. Show me your hands! 9th Ave, 6th Street. I got you on the side? Yep. Pin the car.
Put your hands up! Get your hands up! All right, I got his left hand. I can't see his other hand.
I got left and right hand. Left and right hand.
Hands up! Right on the window! With your left hand, open the door! Keep your hands up so we can see them. Both hands! Both hands! Show us your right hand! Step out! Don't reach in there, step out! Face away!
The driver was later identified as 55-year-old Clinton Dion Scarlett. A subsequent search revealed he was in possession of cocaine and K2, a synthetic cannabinoid. Scarlett was taken into custody and charged with 3 counts of armed robbery, 4 counts of unlawful possession of a firearm or ammunition, fleeing, causing serious property damage, possession of cocaine, possession of a synthetic cannabinoid, and driving with a suspended or revoked license. On July 8, 2023, at about 11:05 p.m., Trooper Morales observed an orange Ford Mustang and a white Porsche Panamera speeding and weaving through traffic on Interstate 4 near State Road 559. He estimated their speed at 100 miles per hour and confirmed 104 miles per hour using his Raptor radar. As he pursued, both vehicles accelerated to about 125 miles per hour, with a second radar reading of 120 miles per hour. Both drivers showed reckless disregard for traffic. Trooper Morales reported the Mustang's tag, VM2JP, to the Tampa Bay Regional Communication Center and continued pursuit.
Both of them, or didn't even go after one? No, I got the EO4s. I'm waiting for the EO4s right now.
While stopping the Ford Mustang, Trooper Morales observed the white Porsche Panamera speed past his patrol vehicle, continuing to accelerate and weave through traffic. With emergency lights and sirens activated, Trooper Morales pursued, reaching a pace speed of 153 miles per hour as the driver recklessly attempted to evade capture, nearly causing several collisions.
Yep, I got it.
Hey, I'm right in front of him. I'm right in front of him. Hey, just signal for me. Just signal. Oh, shit. What the fuck?
On July 13, 2025, at around 5:08 p.m., Trooper Wrights was stopped at the traffic light at Broadway and Cypress when he saw a white Ford Escape run the red light while heading eastbound on Broadway. He activated his emergency lights and attempted a traffic stop. The vehicle pulled into the Shell gas station at 605 East Broadway. As Trooper Wrights exited his patrol unit and waited for the Arkansas Crime Information Center to return information, the driver, later identified as Robert Bolton, fled the traffic stop, continuing eastbound on Broadway. Trooper Wrights immediately activated his siren, updated dispatch, and initiated the pursuit.
Right now we're going westbound on Broadway, passing Riverfront. Reason we're stopping is we're going to red light. Coming up on Smothers, speed at 89, like traffic.
Users are not involved. Have spikes ready if you're near you. Still westbound on S. We are passing Willow, 46 miles an hour, no traffic.
The pursuit continued into a residential area, where speeds reached up to 74 miles per hour. While traveling westbound on 35th Street, Bolton lost control of the vehicle but quickly regained it and kept moving west. As he approached Share Street, Trooper Wrights noted the vehicle's speed had decreased to around 29 miles per hour.
And he gained control somehow. Still coming up to 10. Turning north on Share, below the stop sign, 16 miles an hour.
We're trying to get up there on state. They've been
East on 36, 38 miles an hour. No traffic in our direction. David 3, I have 4. If I have a good visual of the pursuit.
Not long after, as speeds again reached 46 miles per hour, Bolton lost control once more, spinning into the parking lot at 3520 North Orange Street. At that point, the front of Bolton's vehicle was facing Trooper Wrights, who attempted to block him in. As Trooper Wrights approached, the front bumper of his patrol unit made contact with Bolton's front bumper as the suspect's vehicle moved forward. Bolton then reversed, maneuvered around the patrol car, and fled northbound on Orange Street at high speed.
We're going to be north on Orange. you want to call it, we'll call it. 1 on our way to Biggie. Hey, if you're not involved in 33 units, be a spike set up. That means I report over.
Bolton continued north on Orange Street, then west on 36th, north on Willow, and east on 38th, reaching speeds of about 40 miles an hour with no other traffic in the area. He eventually turned south onto Maple Street, drove up a small hill into a residential yard, and came to a full stop. Officers then conducted a high-risk traffic stop and took Robert Bolton into custody without further incident. During a search incident to arrest, Officer Jurisic found a Ziploc bag stuffed inside Bolton's shorts containing a brownish-green leafy substance. Its texture and strong odor were consistent with marijuana, but the scent suggested it was likely K2, a type of synthetic marijuana. At approximately 10:54 p.m. on March 29, 2025, the North Little Rock Police Department requested assistance from Arkansas State Police in pursuing a vehicle traveling over 120 miles per hour without headlights. Sergeant Lucas quickly located the vehicle and joined the pursuit near mile marker 145, taking a primary role in the chase.
Just past the 144, speed's over 100. Catching up right now. Down 13th primary, coming up on the 142. Speed's about 127. Go ahead and look now. Big rover.
Wrecked out.
As the vehicle exited onto Highway 365 at exit 142 at approximately 130 miles per hour, the driver lost control, left the roadway, and crashed into a tree. A small fire ignited from the wrecked vehicle, but was quickly extinguished, and the driver, later identified as John Bruce Martinez, was pronounced dead at the scene, while 3 17-year-old passengers from Mableville were transported to a nearby hospital with minor injuries.
Yep, hang on. 813 Little Rock started at 10:06.
On April 17, 2025, at approximately 6:55 p.m., Corporal Plyler and Josh Smeltzer were traveling on Martin Street near Central Street in Warren when Corporal Plyler noticed a black GMC Yukon with a driver who was not wearing a seatbelt. He turned around and followed the vehicle, and when the Yukon pulled onto Martin Street and briefly stopped at a car wash, Plyler activated his emergency lights, but instead of complying, the driver sped off at a high rate of speed, forcing Trooper Plyler to initiate a pursuit.
All right, get ready. Here we go. $16 Warrington 37.
Gonna shoot you! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! I'm gonna shoot you! This way.
After the crash, officers briefly pursued the suspect on foot, but lost sight of him. Returning to the GMC Yukon, Corporal Plyler smelled marijuana, and a search by Officer Smeltzer uncovered 3 large bags, about 2 pounds total, along with a black digital scale. In the front, officers recovered a wallet and cell phone belonging to Mario Bluford, and all items were seized as evidence. The Yukon was towed and placed on hold pending forfeiture. Despite search efforts by local authorities, Bluford was not immediately located, and the case was turned over to Agent Slaughter of the 10th Judicial Drug Task Force, who advised that an arrest warrant would be issued.
Go ahead, F14.
At approximately 3:53 p.m. on May 11, 2025, Trooper Ray was alerted to a be on the lookout issued by the Lee County Sheriff's Office for a stolen black Mitsubishi Eclipse, reportedly taken by two armed blonde women near Bell Avenue in Fort Myers. The vehicle was last seen heading east on Daniels Parkway toward I-75. While monitoring traffic near mile marker 100 on I-75, Trooper Ray spotted a matching Mitsubishi at the toll plaza and confirmed the license plate with Fort Myers Regional Communications. He and a Collier County deputy began following the vehicle eastbound. Near mile marker 91, Trooper Ray initiated a traffic stop, but the driver sped off, triggering a high-speed pursuit. The pursuit continued to mile marker 80, where the suspect bypassed the exit and approached mile marker 79. There, multiple Collier County deputies had deployed stop sticks. The driver swerved left to avoid them, lost control, and crashed into the left side cable barrier. The vehicle spun out and rolled briefly before coming to a stop on the shoulder, partially blocking the left lane.
Go ahead!
At approximately 5 a.m. on April 2nd, 2026, Trooper Cash received a request to assist in a pursuit involving a Honda Accord fleeing from the Newfoundland and Labrador police. Cash located the pursuit, but was initially some distance behind the suspect vehicle. He quickly accelerated in an effort to catch up and move into the lead position.
613, Steele, northbound, on Pike, these are 90, Pike truck. This is red line, 42nd and Pike, Steele, northbound, these are 94. Take them up. Take right behind the dick. So I'm a little fast.
Broad towards the officer to your right. To your right. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up as the guy...
A pit maneuver caused the suspect vehicle to strike a utility pole and crash through a nearby residential fence. Both the driver and passenger then complied with officers and were taken into custody. After the video was posted, a humorous comment gained attention. Nothing like being sound asleep on a weeknight when suddenly you hear a police battalion out front, dogs barking, helicopter buzzing overhead, drones whirring, and you look outside to see a guy waddling around with his pants down, hands in the air. Just another night in Little Rock. Have you ever experienced something like that? In the early hours of January 26, 2025, Trooper Wright received a report about a white Chevrolet attempting to flee from law enforcement. Acting swiftly, he sprang into action and began searching for the vehicle. The driver had been identified as speeding and recklessly evading police at dangerously high speeds. After a few minutes of searching, Trooper Wright spotted a vehicle matching the description. At that moment, the driver was fleeing at an estimated speed of around 130 miles per hour. Trooper Wright accelerated his cruiser to 141 miles per hour in an attempt to catch up and stop the vehicle, but the attempt was unsuccessful. The driver continued to accelerate, pushing even harder to escape from law enforcement.
TBI. Just past the curve, slow down.
Hey, K9, don't be on the ground. K9, don't be on the ground. I'm on my feet. About the 285. 285.
Realizing the driver had no intention of stopping, Trooper Wright executed a tactical vehicle intervention maneuver, causing the suspect's car to spin counterclockwise before coming to a halt. The driver, later identified as Darwan L. Head, jumped out of the vehicle, leapt over the median, and attempted to flee on foot. However, officers quickly apprehended him just a short distance away. Upon searching the vehicle, police discovered a loaded handgun positioned right next to the driver's seat.
Hey, you better get shot, motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah. Hey.
Get drunk or what? No. Huh? I was smoking. Hey.
At approximately 8:17 p.m. on February 16, 2026, K9 Asher and his handler observed a red vehicle speeding at 96 miles per hour in a 35 mile per hour zone on Rich Road. When the officer attempted a traffic stop, the driver refused to pull over, leading to a high-speed pursuit.
Traffic signal.
Multiple units, we're going to be on a 1010 for pursuit off of Rich Road, sequence 658, and off one on a pursuit, code 10.
What's that?
You ready to go, Asher? You ready to go, buddy? Yeah, good boy. You ready to roll? You ready to go?
We're going back to the 80th Cone Zone.
You're gonna get bit! Take it! You're gonna get bit! You're gonna get bit! Asher, take this guy! Take this guy, Asher! Take this guy right here, Asher! Right here, Asher! Take that guy! Take him! Take him! Take him, Asher! Take him, Asher! Yeah, take that guy! Good boy! Good boy, Asher! Take that guy! Put your hands behind your back! You're gonna keep you bit! Take that guy, Asher! Hands behind your back! Hands behind your back! Good boy, Asher! Good boy! Good boy! Yeah, good boy, Asher! Take that guy! Yeah, good boy! Good boy! Good boy! Watch that guy, Asher! Watch it! Good job, Asher! Good job, Asher! Good boy, dude!
On January 29, 2021, at about 2:45 p.m., Trooper Shiver was stopped in heavy traffic at GA3 in Upper Woolsey Road when he saw a silver Mazda use the right turn lane to pass stopped vehicles and run a red light. When the light turned green, he followed southbound and attempted a traffic stop. As soon as he activated his lights and siren, the driver accelerated and fled.
Ready. I'm in a 280. I'm over here by the racetrack on 19 and Georgia 3 semi. 945 radio. Radio, I'm going around the track at the off of 19. This is a gray monster, stand by for the tape. Robert Lincoln Williams 5343. Robert Lincoln Williams 5343. Speedway and Low Boston Road. I'm inside of, I believe it's Henry County. You inside of Henry County, you clear?
The driver turned onto Richard Petty Boulevard, fishtailed, and continued fleeing. Trooper Shiver notified Troop C Communications of the pursuit. The suspect blew through a stop sign, exited onto Speedway Boulevard, then turned onto Lower Woolsey Road in Henry County, driving on the wrong side of the road and nearly causing several head-on crashes.
They passed on a solid double line at this time. I'm at Laura Woodson Road. It's a gray monster, Okay, they still passing on those yellow lines. I'll give you an update shortly. I'm at Wildwood Road, making a right turn at Fortson Road and Wildwood Road. Okay, they driving on the wrong side of the road. Okay, run the stop sign. We're at Wildwood Road and Woods Road. Okay, I'm gonna try something up for a bit.
Trooper Shiver attempted a pit maneuver, but the driver cut him off, causing the attempt to fail. The suspect continued fleeing at extreme speeds, reaching 103 miles per hour in a 35-mile-per-hour zone. He illegally passed 8 vehicles, ran the stop sign at State Route 92 and Wildwood Road, then turned right onto State Route 92 and continued east for roughly 5 miles.
First time out on the road. Okay, we come up to a intersection. You're on the wrong side of the road. I'll let you know something short. Okay, we're on the wrong side of the road at this time. We're coming up on semi. Okay, right turn, semi. I'm passing Old Farm Road, Okay, I'm at Hill Bridge Road. Hey, Emmett Road. I'm at the Emmett Road. I'm at mile marker 6. I don't know what state number you're on yet. I get pretty sure. Okay, we passing school buses on the left side of the road. Woo! Okay, I'm just passing Carrollwood Drive.
The driver entered an active construction zone staffed by flaggers and nearly hit several workers before continuing east for another 3 miles, pushing into heavy traffic inside Fayetteville city limits. As he approached the intersection of State Route 92 and Cathy Avenue, he ran a red light and kept fleeing.
I'm at mile marker 8. Mile marker 8. I'm at Kilo Road and Kenwood Drive. Okay, they're gonna get somebody hit on something. I'm at Del Davis Drive. Okay. Okay, that was wrong side of the road again. Okay, we're going through Pioneer Avenue, red light. And I do have some units behind me. Another time. I'm trying to kill him here.
After the violation, Trooper Shiver chose to attempt another pit maneuver and notified communications. He struck the suspect's vehicle, sending it into a spin that caused it to collide with a stopped Chevrolet Malibu. Due to brake fade, Shiver's patrol car then struck a red Toyota Camry. Both occupants were taken into custody without further incident. A search of the suspect vehicle revealed a large bag of suspected marijuana, which was turned over to the Lovejoy Police Department. The pursuit covered roughly 20 miles before being safely brought to an end. The driver, Dominique Lamar Haynes, and the passenger, Shayla Jackson Holmes, both from Indiana and born in 1992, were identified and released into the custody of Lovejoy Police Officer Owens, who noted he had pursued the same vehicle previously. At approximately 1:28 a.m. on April 18, 2026, Officer Wright observed a vehicle traveling at around 15 to 17 miles per hour in a 45 miles per hour zone before pulling over to the right shoulder to pick up an individual from a fenced area where nearby businesses were closed. The officers saw the individual bend down to pick something up before approaching the vehicle. Wright then noticed the vehicle's registration was expired and activated his emergency lights. The driver immediately accelerated and fled, initiating a pursuit.
Down up to 3. Adam Union King, 30 Young, AU Kane, 30 Watt.
Negative D23.
You're saying 55 southbound up to 3.
Check, you advise 55 southbound at 513.
Yeah. Go on, any units direct to him. Did you advise he's there? It's fine, no down at 3.
Check, that's the advice.
After a pit maneuver, the passenger was instructed to exit through the window and was taken into custody. The driver, later identified as James England, was found unconscious but breathing, positioned between the driver's seat and the rear passenger area. During a search of the vehicle and surrounding debris, Sergeant Wright located a blue bag containing an unlabeled prescription bottle. Inside were 2 blue pills marked RP on one side and 10-325 on the other, consistent with a Schedule II controlled substance. Both individuals were transported to a hospital for evaluation and later release.
Hey, he's still gonna put you in handcuffs.
At approximately 2:42 a.m. on December 28, 2025, Sergeant Miller was notified by L Troop Communications that the Washington County Sheriff's Office was requesting assistance from the Arkansas State Police in an active vehicle pursuit. Sergeant Miller immediately responded and positioned himself to intercept the pursuit.
Watch Channel 32, advising westbound 16 miles.
Can I prove you from westbound?
Let me see your hands, motherfucker! I'll kill you all!
After 2 pit maneuvers, the fleeing vehicle was successfully disabled. Sergeant Miller, along with deputies from the Benton County Sheriff's Office, approached the vehicle and issued clear verbal commands. All occupants complied, exited the vehicle, and were taken into custody without further incident. The driver was arrested for fleeing, while one passenger was arrested for failure to appear in court. At approximately 2:30 a.m. on November 27, 2022, Trooper Bird spotted a black Dodge Charger driving without its lights on. He immediately activated his lights and siren to initiate a traffic stop, but the driver ignored the signal and accelerated, triggering a high-speed pursuit.
Continuing on Asher. Asher eastbound.
Continuing on Asher eastbound. We're off the survey. The net is now directed for I-19 pursuit.
Still eastbound on Asher. Passing over those lights. Speed 90.
Minutes later, the suspect accelerated to nearly 130 miles per hour. Trooper Bird pushed his patrol car to its limits, but was still unable to close the distance.
He just crashed out. Still eastbound, right? We'll stop here.
Shortly after, the driver lost control while navigating a curve, veered onto the sidewalk, and struck a tree before coming to a stop. The suspect fled on foot but was apprehended nearby without further incident. The Dodge sustained significant damage and was later confirmed to have been stolen, which appeared to be the reason behind the driver's attempt to flee. Around 4:43 p.m. on December 11th, 2025, Trooper Bluford was parked along the roadway conducting traffic enforcement when he spotted a man riding a dirt bike pass by. Trooper Bluford quickly pulled in behind to initiate a stop, but as soon as emergency lights were activated, the rider immediately took off, fleeing the scene. Moments later, the rider steered the dirt bike into oncoming traffic on the highway, traveling at roughly 50 to 60 miles per hour and creating extremely dangerous conditions. After about 7 minutes, the rider used the dirt bike's agility to slip into an area filled with obstacles, making it difficult for patrol vehicles to follow. The rider ultimately escaped the area while the patrol units became stuck and were forced to terminate the pursuit. Assisting officers later searched the area, but were unable to locate the rider. On May 30th, 2024, at about 3:44 p.m., Officer Fuller was patrolling on Wares Cross Road near South Crossroad Road when he spotted a motorcycle without a license plate. As Fuller prepared to activate his emergency lights, the motorcycle turned into a private driveway. Fuller followed with his lights activated. The rider initially stopped, but then backed the motorcycle up and suddenly accelerated across the yard toward Wares Cross Road, immediately triggering a pursuit.
A white motorcycle come towards 219. White male, red shirt, black hat, black helmet. 684. Wares Crossroads coming up on 219.
Wares Crossroads coming up on 219. 18 corporation at number 16.
Clear left, clear right. Straight on to Cameron Mill.
Cameron Mill.
684 GSP dispatch. I'm 1080 Cameron Mill with a motorcycle heading toward basic Cameron Point Drive. On side road. Passing River Club Drive, we had a yellow decker this minute.
River Club Drive,
Coming up on Wicker Road. That's the yellow jacket.
Although the pursuit was not extremely fast, safely stopping a motorcycle is never simple. With its agility, one small mistake from the officer could easily allow the rider to escape.
Westwood Drive. Come up the lane circle. Go bush behind a second, South Greenwood.
Officer Fuller pursued the suspect into the woods, but quickly lost sight of him in the dense brush. Backup units arrived, secured the area, and began a search. The rider, later identified as Fred Thomas Fincher III, was eventually found hiding in a nearby yard and taken into custody without further incident. Officers later confirmed that Fincher had multiple outstanding felony warrants, including a no-bond warrant issued by the Department of Probation, Parole, and Pardon Services. At about 10 o'clock p.m. on June 5, 2024, Trooper Ray was patrolling in Miami-Dade County with his K-9 partner Gunner as part of the Criminal Interdiction Unit. Near Northwest 2nd Avenue and Northwest 191st Street he spotted two motorcycles racing northbound, one ridden by a man, the other by a woman. As Trooper Ray and Felony Officer Botello moved in to intercept, both riders accelerated and blew through a solid red light at Northwest 7th Avenue and Northwest 191st Street in an attempt to flee.
Alright, we're behind two motorcycles. Eastbound 199, passing 195.
Eastbound 199, passing 195, 10-4 and a motorcycle.
74. Passing 199 Street now.
Male green shirt, female on the other motorcycle, black leggings, black t-shirt, pushing the place out of 100.
Whoever's on this legs up in front of me, and have one motorcycle behind you, which is the female. Alright, southbound approaching Golden Glades. Speeds of 100. Traffic is still medium.
Medium traffic 100. Approaching Glades.
Both motorcycles raced onto NW 199th Street, running red lights and showing complete disregard for traffic laws. From Ives Dairy Road, they merged onto southbound I-95, hitting speeds between 90 and 110 miles per hour while weaving dangerously through traffic. As they approached the Golden Glades interchange, the riders split. The male exited onto US 441, while the female stayed on I-95 southbound. Felony Officer Hernandez took the lead in pursuit as Trooper Ray followed in support. The female rider kept up her reckless pace, cutting aggressively between vehicles. She exited at NW 103rd Street, blew through the red light at the ramp, turned east, then quickly looped back to re-enter I-95 heading north. The suspect continued fleeing at high speed, using the right shoulder to overtake vehicles. She exited at NW 151st Street and went westbound in the wrong direction, forcing oncoming drivers to swerve out of the way. From there, she turned north onto NW 7th Avenue, still driving against traffic and narrowly avoiding several head-on collisions.
Alright,
approaching the Parker right now, and she is just going 40 miles an hour. All right, 23 in direction of travel now. Signal 4, signal 4.
As the suspect neared the intersection of NW 7th Avenue and the 160th block, she attempted an evasive maneuver by cutting into the northbound lanes. In the process, she intentionally struck the left side of Trooper Ray's patrol car and was ejected from the motorcycle. Trooper Ray immediately moved in and took her into custody at about 9:55 p.m. Miami-Dade Fire Rescue responded to provide medical aid. The suspect, identified as Daniela M. Montoya, was transported to Aventura Hospital for treatment. At approximately 8:40 p.m. on August 13, 2022, Trooper Foltz was parked on the roadside when a black vehicle sped past at an estimated 90 miles per hour in a 55-mile-per-hour zone. Trooper Foltz immediately began pursuit in an attempt to conduct a traffic stop, but the driver accelerated even further, clearly showing no intention of stopping. Trooper Foltz promptly reported the pursuit to the dispatch center. Pursuit quickly escalated, with speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour and at times surpassing 110 miles per hour despite heavy traffic conditions. Recognizing that the driver posed a significant danger to the public, law enforcement officers made the decision to initiate a pit maneuver to bring the vehicle to a stop. After approximately 3 minutes of pursuit, another trooper moved ahead to take the lead position and executed a precise pit maneuver. The impact caused the fleeing vehicle to lose control, strike a concrete barrier, and crash into a fence surrounding a parking lot before coming to a complete stop. The driver was taken into custody immediately without further incident. A quick search revealed marijuana on the driver and an open bottle of alcohol next to the driver's seat. Based on visual observation, the driver appeared to have been consuming alcohol while operating the vehicle.
How'd you like that, huh? How'd you like that? Stupid ass.
Welcome to Arkansas State Police.
Yeah, welcome to Arkansas.
Core City, we're
On June 11, 2025, at approximately 10:32 p.m., Trooper First Class Tyler Nelson was traveling northbound on Midland Boulevard near K. Rogers Park when he observed a black Chevrolet Trax with Arkansas license plate BAX 31D. A registration check showed the vehicle's registration was suspended and the insurance status was unconfirmed. Trooper Nelson initiated a traffic stop, but the driver turned south onto North 50th Street, shut off the vehicle's headlights and taillights, and fled at high speed, reaching approximately 100 miles per hour.
Midland and 50th, boy Adam X-ray, 31 David, BAX, 31B, it's a black shooting track. He's blacked out. Down on 50th, 88. Correction, southbound. Clear left, clear right. Go back towards Kelly. Still blacked out. Coming up to Johnson. Clear left to right. He wrecked out Kelly and 50th.
As the suspect approached Kelly Highway, he ran the intersection and crashed into an eastbound Subaru Impreza and a Honda Civic stopped at the traffic light on 50th Street, just south of the intersection. The Chevrolet Trax was disabled from the crash. The driver exited the vehicle with his hands raised and complied with police commands.
Shut up! I'm sorry, sir.
Dumbass. Keep your hands up, ma'am. You okay? You one dumbass. You know that?
I'm sorry, sir. Yes, sir, I am.
You gotta be freaking kidding me. Hit 15. Redirect, Fort Smith. Get her out. She's pregnant. Dalton, check on them. Check on them. I'm 1015. Notify H2. They wrecked into another car.
Shut your mouth!
Get up.
I'm sorry.
You gotta be. Look at this.
I'm sorry.
Look at this right here.
Yes, sir, I'm sorry.
You did this.
I'm sorry, sir.
The driver, identified as Austin Osman, was found in possession of a loaded Taurus .380 pistol with a round chambered 2 blue pills marked M30, suspected to be fentanyl, and $2,343 in cash. A secondary search of the vehicle revealed a loaded Taurus 9mm pistol under the driver's seat and an open black lockbox on the front passenger floor containing 3 suspected marijuana bags and a THC vape pen. No one else involved in the crash sustained serious injuries. Osman now faces 14 felony charges.
Yes, sir.
On the afternoon of April 26, 2024, Arkansas State Police spotted a vehicle matching the description of one reported stolen just days earlier. When troopers attempted a traffic stop, the driver took off at high speed, hoping to escape, forgetting perhaps that he was in Arkansas. Minutes later, a high-speed pit maneuver was executed at around 130 miles per hour. The impact sent the suspect's vehicle off the left side of the road into a field, then back onto the roadway where it rolled several times before landing upside down in a field on the right. The driver immediately exited the vehicle and appeared to attempt a foot escape, but quickly gave up and surrendered. He was taken into custody without further incident and admitted to stealing the vehicle.
Get on the fucking ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Anybody else in the vehicle? Anybody else in the vehicle? Crawl to me!
At 2:52 a.m. on December 25th, 2023, Florida Highway Patrol Trooper David Blake was on duty conducting patrol when he spotted a vehicle approaching at 90 miles per hour. Trooper Blake attempted to catch up and activated his emergency lights to conduct a traffic stop, but the driver refused to comply, igniting a high-speed pursuit. After a few minutes of pursuit, a pit maneuver was executed at approximately 115 miles per hour, sending the Charger off the roadway to the right, over an elevated curb, and into the grass shoulder where it struck a tree. The driver immediately bailed out and fled on foot, but was quickly apprehended nearby without further incident. At about 12:46 a.m. on April 26, 2024, the Ohio State Highway Patrol was searching for a vehicle reported to have an impaired driver operating recklessly. Troopers located a car matching the description and initiated a traffic stop on Route 77 near the Belden Village Mall area. The driver complied and pulled onto the shoulder.
Hey, how's it going? Can you shut the vehicle off for me?
Yeah.
The vehicle shut off?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, where are you coming from tonight?
Columbus, Polaris, Ohio.
Columbus, Polaris, Ohio?
Yeah.
I got you. Where are you headed to?
Reynoldsburg, Ohio.
Reynoldsburg?
Yeah. Sorry,
You're what?
I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay. Alright, is it Reynoldsburg down in Columbus?
Yeah.
Okay, we're not even close to Columbus.
Reynoldsburg.
Where's that at? Which is in Columbus?
Yeah.
Right. We're not in Columbus.
Reynoldsburg, Ohio.
Right, that's where you're going to?
Yes.
Right, you're going in the completely opposite direction.
Reynoldsburg, Ohio is right here.
Is where?
Right here.
What's it by?
Reynoldsburg, Ohio.
Which is by Columbus?
Yes.
Right, we're in Canton.
Yes.
Near Akron.
Yes.
Which is not by Columbus.
Yes. I meant to say that.
Okay. Is this your vehicle?
Yes.
Do you have registration insurance for it?
Yes.
Okay. Can you shut the vehicle off for me?
Yes.
It's already off.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. I have the registration under my my phone.
Okay.
Sorry, 1 second.
How you say your first name?
Rafat Ahmed.
Rafat?
Can you put in my registration number?
Yeah, we'll get that later. All right. How much have you had to drink tonight?
I haven't had anything to drink.
You haven't had anything to drink? Okay. All right, can you go step out to that trooper over there, please?
Yes.
During the initial stop, the trooper obtained the driver's license after a brief conversation. Another trooper soon arrived to assist. When asked to step out of the car, the driver, identified as Ahmed, chose to flee the scene, sparking a high-speed chase with State Patrol.
He's taking off here northbound. ID. Not going to shoot. Just let Green know that it will be a .19.
Okay. You're right, you're not pursuing, correct?
Right, we have his ID.
Okay, is that going to be the RO?
Okay, who does RO?
Another trooper, along with a local deputy, spotted the vehicle leaving near Massillon Road. Ahmed then re-entered the interstate in an attempt to escape. Officers tried to block him in, but he broke free, accelerating to over 100 miles per hour in a reckless flight.
Do you advise you get back on at the 117?
Right, we're getting back on 77 northbound. Nine, we got units here if you want to go ahead and try now. That's those with us too. Alright, yeah, that's all get in front.
Okay, thank you.
I'll be in the middle.
Okay, more than my Alright.
Yeah, 18 over 6, he's locked in here.
Okay. 13 times check up.
First 6 minutes, get up there and try to get primary on him. Northbound at the 119 is about 105.
Get blacked out. Terminate, you activate. Megan Arlington.
As the chase left Arlington Road, the driver appeared unaware of a sharp curve ahead. Highway camera footage from the Ohio Department of Transportation captured his vehicle launching into the air, rolling several times before coming to a stop. When troopers approached, the car was on its side, with the driver trapped inside.
Can't get EMS started this one.
Don't lock first.
Yeah. Yep.
We're good.
Yep. Yeah, I can see him right here on the sunroof. Huh?
Wait 1 second.
I got his hand.
Sir, turn your head to the right, away from the glass. Turn your head to the right. 1 second.
I got it. I hear you.
Losing his left hand
Hey,
here.
put your hands on top of your head. Put your hands on your head.
Put your hoodie over your face. Put your hoodie over your face.
Now lean to your right. We're going to break the glass to get you out. But
I don't see his left hand.
Keep your hands up. All right, we're going to break the glass to get you out.
I see both hands.
Just like that.
I see both hands.
Stay right there. Turn to the right.
I see him.
All right, stay right there. Don't move. Go ahead, Sarge.
Where you got the hands?
Huh? Yeah.
You have his hands.
Yeah, I see him.
Put your hands out the window together.
Watch that glass. Do not get cut.
Can I come out?
Yeah.
Come on out. Come out. Watch this glass. Watch the glass. Come on.
The driver, 20-year-old Rafat Ahmed, was taken into custody shortly afterward with only minor injuries. He was charged with operating a vehicle while intoxicated, failure to control speed, and fleeing from law enforcement. His driver's license was suspended for 1,826 days, and he was sentenced to 1,095 days of probation. It looks like it will be quite some time before he gets behind the wheel again. On Wednesday, May 15, 2024, around 8:10 a.m., Trooper Whipple was patrolling near Scott Hamilton Road and Baseline Road when he saw a yellow Dodge Challenger with Arkansas plate 10DPT heading south in the left lane. The driver changed lanes without signaling. Trooper Whipple pulled in behind the vehicle and began observing its behavior. The vehicle continued south through the intersection of Scott Hamilton Road and Baseline Road, then onto Hillero Springs Road, where it repeatedly crossed the double yellow line. At Hillero Springs and Pinecone Road, Trooper Whipple attempted a traffic stop. The driver turned onto Pinecone Road, continued slowly for about 100 yards, then stopped. Trooper Whipple gave verbal commands over the PA system, instructing the driver, later identified as Aaron Sadler, to park and shut off the vehicle. Sadler refused and fled westbound on Pinecone Road.
Save that on 850556. It's gonna be, they're gonna go back to a Mercedes. It's gonna be a Dodge Charger.
10-9 at 28.
Turn off the vehicle. 556.
At the intersection of Pinecone Road and Ithaca Drive, Trooper Whipple performed a tactical vehicle intervention, forcing the suspect's vehicle to turn around and head east on Pinecone Road. The vehicle then drove through the yard of 3909 Pinecone Road, damaging the lawn. The vehicle drove south on Hillero Springs Road in the wrong lanes. Trooper Whipple performed a second TBI, pushing the car into a ditch and causing it to strike the Perez Body Shop sign. Sadler fled on foot with a backpack, but was quickly apprehended. A search revealed 9 bottles of promethazine in the vehicle, over 4 pounds of marijuana, 24 packets of THC-infused candy, 1 more bottle of promethazine in the backpack, and $3,720 in cash in his pocket. On April 25, 2025, at approximately 10:54 p.m., Trooper Riles observed a white Ford F-350 with expired Arkansas license plates traveling southbound on John F. Kennedy Boulevard near West M Avenue. The registration had been expired since 2020. Trooper Riles moved to confirm the violation and attempted a traffic stop near John F. Kennedy Boulevard and West E Avenue. However, the driver refused to stop, continuing south on Cher Street before turning east onto West 33rd Street ignoring a stop sign and accelerating to around 61 miles per hour. The vehicle then merged onto West D Avenue, prompting a pursuit.
D and Cypress on employee 311907. It's going to be on a white pickup. Copy, we are continuing D and Fiesta.
A few minutes later, the suspect vehicle entered Edgewood Memorial Cemetery, where it crashed into multiple headstones near the cemetery entrance.
Headed into the graveyard. They just ran over some graves. Continuing the grave northbound. Try and get Baker 22 to get his drone off, or somebody get a drone off. Gonna be continuing the graveyard on the westbound. 30 miles per hour. Headed north. 30. Do I have anybody close to me? Copy. Westbound. Still on the graveyard. Right here near Francis where we entered. Looks like we're just going in a circle in the cemetery. About to come back out on Francis. Looks like he just ran through the gates. Going to be northbound. 39. Going to be eastbound on 39. That's Hayes Court. Eastbound.
A few minutes later, Trooper Trey Davis took over the lead position in the pursuit and quickly executed a precise pit maneuver, causing the suspect's vehicle to crash into a telephone pole at the intersection of West 18th Street and Cher Street. Other officers immediately closed in, blocking any chance of escape. Both the driver and passenger were taken into custody without further incident. During the pursuit, the suspect damaged at least 5 headstones at Edgewood Memorial Cemetery.
Let go of the steering wheel!
Around 10:45 p.m. on November 27, 2023, Arkansas officers spotted a stolen pickup truck hauling a trailer with a large engine. The vehicle had been reported stolen from a local business earlier that day. When officers attempted a traffic stop, the driver refused to comply and fled, leading to a multi-unit pursuit.
Intersection 37. We're just gonna have to hit the truck. I've had one like this before with the trailer. There's no way you could it. We're still on 20, I'm getting off the interstate. Through I'm secondary, 28's primary. We're coming up on King George. 35 and 43, try to bump it in if you can. Hey, just side 28, trying to do this to me as well. King George, speed 70. You got the King George, speed 70. I'm right here with him.
At an intersection, Trooper Manuel Valente Sotelo attempted to use his patrol car to stop the suspect's vehicle. However, due to the size and weight of the stolen truck and trailer, the maneuver had little effect. After about 10 minutes of pursuit, the suspect's vehicle showed signs of engine trouble and began slowing down. Several patrol units moved in, blocking the truck and forcing it to the shoulder. The vehicle came to a stop, and the driver was taken into custody without further incident. The suspect later admitted to stealing the truck from a nearby business. At approximately 7:50 p.m. on October 22, 2022, Trooper Lewis was patrolling eastbound on Highway 166 when he observed a black Dodge Charger with an illegal plate frame partially obstructing the license plate. He activated his emergency lights to initiate a stop. The driver initially slowed down and waved, but then suddenly accelerated, initiating a pursuit.
back westbound 166.
Back westbound 166 now from the
Westbound cell 166 from Pillow.
During the pursuit, the suspect accelerated to speeds of up to 130 miles per hour, at times reaching nearly 140 miles per hour. Trooper Lewis pushed his vehicle to its limits, but was only able to keep the suspect in sight by the taillights ahead.
Are you serious? Get out of the way. Still westbound 285.
Still westbound 166, 185. 820. Even 43 put up there for 14 to the helicopter can get it.
Alright, we're taking the
right turn, Barge Road northbound, Barge Road northbound. Barge goes to Fairburn Road, so anybody come up Fairburn because we're going to be coming high.
Right on Barge. We're on Barge Road, let it out.
Just go back on. We ain't worried about the bush line. We just gonna get this car.
Alright, we're on Fairburn Road now.
Fairburn northbound, Fairburn northbound.
Fairburn Road headed northbound from Barge. Crossing Mount Gilead Road now.
Fairburn passing Ingdale.
Still northbound Fairburn.
Okay, and get go. I thought get down in there, just that one issue.
Wrong side the road, still Fairburn Road.
Come alongside the road, Fairburn.
Passing Landau Street, Landau.
I know. Alright, that's how we got it on camera now. I wasn't on working. If I can with it, I'll try to call it. If I can, I'll let you call it.
I copy. I think GSG helicopter's up.
Alright, he's coming to a stop, and they came to a stop right here, but he's backing up.
At the intersection of Fairburn Road and New Halem Road, Trooper Lewis successfully executed a pit maneuver, bringing the pursuit to an end. The suspect, identified as Mr. Powell, was taken into custody without further incident. He was later transported to Grady Trauma Center for treatment of minor injuries. On June 20, 2025, at approximately 2:34 a.m., Trooper Juan Rosado was patrolling in a marked Florida Highway Patrol Dodge Charger in Lee County. While traveling eastbound on State Road 82 near Ortiz Avenue, he observed a bronze Jeep Liberty speeding at 63 miles per hour in a 45 miles per hour zone, passing his patrol car in the left lane. Trooper Rosado activated his emergency lights and siren near Richmond Avenue to initiate a traffic stop. Instead, the driver entered the left turn lane, made a U-turn, and continued westbound without stopping. Trooper Rosado then advised the Fort Myers Communications Center that he was initiating a pursuit. As the vehicle slowed near the registered address of 539 Nuna Avenue, Trooper Rosado performed a pit maneuver, causing the vehicle to rotate. Through the unobstructed driver's window, he clearly saw the driver wearing a blue t-shirt. The suspect, later identified as Miguel, attempted to turn into his driveway but struck a chain-link fence before pulling in. Trooper Rosado observed Miguel trying to open the driver's door and used his pit bar to block it. Miguel then climbed into the passenger seat, opened the door, and began backing away. As Trooper Rosado approached and gave lawful commands, Miguel briefly raised his hands before fleeing on foot around the residence.
I'm not resisting. I surrender. I'm not resisting. Give us your hands in. Put your hands behind your back. Put it behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. I got it. I'm not resisting. Yes, you are. Sit around. I'm not resisting. Ok, ya tengo la prueba. I'm not resisting. Yo tengo la prueba en la casa. Back up! Back up. Ya tengo la prueba. Yo tengo la prueba. Si pasa algo conmigo, te... 115 in custody. This is the driver? Huh? This is the driver? Yeah. She's gonna go through it. This is the camera. Okay, get on your butt. I've always been a Marine. Come on, bud. I'm pinned up.
At approximately 2:09 a.m. on August 21st, 2024, officers patrolling the Anvil Block area near Grant Street spotted a four-wheeled ATV traveling at high speed without a rear license plate and with its headlights off. When officers attempted a traffic stop, the driver accelerated and fled, triggering a pursuit. What quickly drew public outrage was the fact that a pregnant woman, later identified as the driver's wife, was riding on the back of the ATV, placing her and the unborn child in extreme danger.
It'll be a 4 on a road.
Not one of them's going to be a four-wheeler. Got reckless driving. I'll be turning right onto Stagecoach. 36. Right off Elm Street.
Vehicle traffic units to traffic. Still not from Stagecoach.
left onto Rolling Meadows Drive.
He didn't just flee recklessly, he openly taunted law enforcement. As officers tried to slow the ATV to end the situation safely, the man accelerated instead, lifting the front wheels, revving the engine, and showing complete disregard for the danger he was putting his pregnant wife and unborn child in.
We're making a right on to Glenmore Drive. It's gonna be a black man.
After about 5 minutes, an officer made a low-speed, controlled contact with the ATV, forcing it to stop. Officers quickly surrounded the vehicle and took the driver into custody. Police said the initial intent was only to issue a warning, but the driver's actions escalated the situation. He was booked into the Clayton County Jail on multiple charges, including felony fleeing, reckless driving, reckless conduct, and several traffic violations. The pregnant passenger was released at the scene. She told deputies she begged her husband to stop throughout the pursuit, but he refused.
Just stop. Hell, I would have knew that.